Welcome to the Brunel University London webinar for MSc degrees in Economics and Finance. In a few minutes, I'll be introducing you to Professor Frank Skinner from the Department of Economics and Finance, followed by Catherine Keener, who will be talking about her experience on MSc Finance and Investment. Before that, just a quick reminder that you can type any questions you might have during the webinar in the question box to the right of your screen, which we will try and answer for you at the end of each segment. Okay, I'll hand you over to Professor Skinner.
Hello, my name is Frank Skinner. I am a professor of corporate finance at the Department of Economics and Finance. And what I'm going to do today is to bring you through the 4 different programs we have in economics and finance. Now to begin, why would you want to study Brunel? Okay, so what I would say in general about Brunel University is that it is a standard, mainstream, full-service British university. So you have everything that you would expect in a quality research academic institution. In particular, our teaching is based on the latest research. We have the latest state-of-the-art facilities, and I'll talk more about that in time. We have scholarships to help fund your studies, but I should warn you, that's for people who have good academic records. Okay? We have strong links with employers and exciting network opportunities. And what's really interesting about this, we are London-based, so we are in the middle of a city of 8.6 million people, but it is a campus-based university, so it's a nice green leaf campus where it's easy to get to your classes. There's on-site accommodation, yet you have access within 30 minutes to go straight into Piccadilly Circus if you wish to do that. Okay? Now the department itself, consistent with the rest of the university, we are an outstanding academic environment. Okay? So the Department of Economics and Finance is one of the top 20 economics departments, economics and finance departments in the United Kingdom. The university itself ranks in the top 300. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we have excellent links with business and the finance industry. And again, we'll talk more about that in a few moments. Integrated within our courses, we have regular industry talks, guest lectures, and research seminars that happens every Wednesday. You have access to a range of professional databases. So, for example, for banking, we have the FAME database. For accounting, we have the FAME database. For banking, we have the BankScope. For finance, we have Bloomberg. And for economics, we have the DataStream databases. So lots of technology available and lots of data you need to carry out your studies. The topics, as you now know, tend to be quite mathematical. So to support you, each MSc course has an introductory maths module, and also there's another feature of our programs. We have options each term. Now I'm going to go through the 4 different MSc programs. The first one I'm going to refer to and talk about is the MSc Banking and Finance. It is a 1-year full-time program. However, you can have the option of taking this as part-time over 2 years. And when we say 1 year, we mean a full calendar year starting in basically late September going until late September the following year. It provides advanced training, as you expect, in banking and finance. And obviously it's going to be targeted for, to work in financial institutions such as investment banks as well as regulatory organizations. Students will specialize not only in financial economics, but also banking and financial regulation. Most of our courses offer a banking and finance workshop where we invite industry practitioners to come in and present technical issues on what they're facing in the day-to-day business environment. So you give you some hands-on exposure to what's going on in the business world. We have a quantitative methods course, which is useful for subsequent employment, and obviously for dissertations, which form a core part of all our courses. Going into the details, your core modules will have to do the first term, banking, international finance, and a quantitative methods course. At the same time, in term 1, you have a choice between the foundations of finance, which is taught by me, or you can do security analysis of funds management, which is taught by me. So not much choice there. Second term, we have Banking and Finance Workshop, which is the practitioner-oriented presentation series I referred to in the last slide. We also have Bank Regulation and Macroprudential Policy, where you're getting your regulation material. And we also have Global Financial Markets. Then, of course, you have a choice in term 2 to do either of Business Finance, which gives you a more deeper exposure to corporate finance, or do Financial Analysis, which teaches you more about value-added loans for businesses. And then, of course, we have term 3 is your dissertation, which is a quantitative independent study that each of which you will be assigned an individual supervisor who will guide you through the process. Okay? Don't worry too much about the maths. The quantitative methods will give you all the quantitative techniques you need to do your dissertation. Some highlights. Well, obviously this is going to be about banking and bank regulation. Okay? So the banking course itself was going to explore the links between financial intermediaries, risk, and the broader economy, right, as you would expect. What we try to do is conceptualize the economic functions of banks and show how banks are subject to various sorts of risks. The second module looks at the impact of regulation on banks and on the economy as a whole. Another feature is the global financial focus. We have 2 courses that give you a global focus. One is the international finance, and the other is global financial markets. Right? So give you the idea of how banking is set within the global financial context. You'll study a wide range of ideas applied to different types of financial data. Yeah? So in other words, what we're really saying there is that the course is very broad in scope. Okay? Now the next item, next course we offer is the MSc Business Finance. This is a corporate finance course. Okay? So I like to think of finance as 2 sides of things. One is how corporations interact with the capital market. I'll call that corporate finance. And another way to view it is how investors interact with the capital market. I refer to it as investments. All right? So this particular course is more on the corporate finance side of things. Similar to the banking and finance course, it's offered as 1 year full-time from September to September. Also, you can choose to do it as 2 years part-time. And as you would expect, all the keywords are there, right? You expect it to develop skills in theory of finance, company valuation, assessment of corporate risk, but also it does quite a bit of accounting, but not the debits and credits kind of thing. It's more like the use of financial information. So we looked at the international accounting standards and corporate governance and financial statement analysis. Okay? So very much accounting as it relates to corporate finance. Just like the banking and finance course, we have a series of business finance workshops where we're exposed to industry practitioners. And this course itself is designed for students with a broad background and an emphasis on intelligent analysis rather than detailed mathematical techniques. Okay? The details in term 1, you've got business economics, which is your theory course. You also have the foundations of finance taught by moi. You also have quantitative methods for business finance. And in addition, you do an option, either international finance or financial reporting and capital markets. Notice the way in which these options are designed. You see, on the one hand, you can do more corporate finance given your options by taking international finance, or you can start using accounting information, or learning how to use accounting information by doing financial reporting and capital markets. You see the same structures in term 2. And in term 2, you continue with your corporate finance with business finance. You also have this business finance workshop, and we have another company valuation course. But you can take as options either the more finance with the investment valuation modules, or you can do international accounting standards and policy and develop more skills in use of accounting information. Remember, accounting is the language of business. If you're interested in corporate finance, you really would like to be an expert in the language of business. Okay? Then, of course, we have in term 3 your dissertation. Some highlights. Business economics is your theory course, which explores decision making by firms and tools that they use. And the examples are fully integrated within our quantitative methods course. So you do your business economics, you understand your quantitative methods, which leads you to do your dissertation. The business finance workshop is a little different from the banking workshop because now we're looking at more people from corporate finance. They'll be doing presentations on, say, international taxation, or say things like venture capital acquisition, these sorts of things. And again, as with all our courses, very broad-based courses where you see a range of methods being applied all over the place with various types of data to give you a nice broad understanding of corporate finance. The third module is what I describe as an investment side. Remember, I referred to the previous business finance as emphasizing the corporate finance side of finance. This one is more looking at the investment side of finance. Okay, it's offered as a full one-year program only, and again, as you expect, it provides advanced training in corporate finance. Because you can't ignore it, but also it more emphasizes the markets for securities in developing a career in financial institutions and investment banks. Students will specialize in finance and investment as well as financial economics. You acquire a systematic understanding of the techniques of modeling financial decisions, including using data, pricing securities, a wide variety of different markets. The quantitative methods course are useful for subsequent employment. Because people will, in this particular type of MSc, they will look for quantitative skills and we'll develop them for you. You will develop them through our offerings. And it also will help you with your dissertation, which again forms a core part of the course. The details, here's your financial theory. That's where you're getting your corporate finance, which you can't ignore, right? But also, we do security analysis and funds management, taught by me again. That's very much an investment course. We do macro and financial econometrics, which are quantitative methods. And also you do derivative securities, that's your first term. You notice you don't have any options in your first term. It's all about the finance, right? So you do financial theory, security analysis, macro and financial econometrics, your maths, and your derivative securities. In term 2, you do risk management, corporate finance, and modeling financial markets. And then in term 2, you have your option. You either do yet more analysis, financial analysis, which is again more company analysis, so it reinforces your financial theory. Or you can do the business finance workshop, right, where you get more hands-on practical experience. And of course, in term 3, you do your dissertation. The module highlights, well, financial theory is going to give you the basic corporate finance material which you need in order to understand the interaction between firms, individuals, and the economy. It provides an opportunity for students to develop an understanding of capital markets through the study of investments. Portfolio theory, equilibrium, asset pricing models, and efficient market theory, right? The security analysis and funds management, the main aim here is an overview of the securities market, where you learn how to evaluate portfolios, including unit trusts and hedge funds. It employs the classical models, but it uses them rather than develops them, for portfolio selection and risk management. That's earlier been introduced in financial theory. So those two courses work in tandem to give you a nice, strong background in the theory and practice of investments. Our fourth and final offering is Finance and Accounting. This is a finance MSc, but it emphasizes the ability to use accounting information. So if people have a background in accounting, this would be a nice, for anybody, but it would be useful for people who have a background in accounting, because then you will see how we can use accounting for finance. Anyways, it's offered as a one-year full-time, develops skills in the theory of finance, company valuation, but also accounting, international accounting standards, corporate governance, and financial statement analysis. We also have a series of business finance workshops, as we do for the other three MSc degrees, and it's designed for students with a broad background and emphasis on finance and accounting rather than detailed mathematical techniques. Okay? Your core structure, you do financial theory, give you your corporate finance. You have financial reporting and capital markets. This is your accounting course, give you an appreciation and understanding of financial statements. You also do your quantitative methods for finance and econometrics. That's term 2. Term 1, term 2 options, you do either international finance or you do derivative securities. In term 2, We have another accounting course, International Accounting Standards and Policy. We also do investment valuation models, which is using accounting data to value companies and company evaluation. Okay, so you do investment valuation models to value securities, and company valuation use accounting data to value companies, like for mergers and acquisition purposes. In term 2, you also can do either the business finance workshop, or you can do global financial markets. And again, we have in term 3 the dissertation. So the module highlights, well, obviously it's going to be the accounting, where you're going to learn International Accounting Standards Policy, where the main aim here is to illustrate the key aspects of international financial reporting and how they are important to investors. We also introduce financial statement analysis and the latest research in accounting information and financial markets to understand what the issues are in the financial reporting. The Business Finance Workshop, again, like it's been in the last 4 modules or MSc programs, gives you some exposure to the issues that is faced by practitioners in the business world. So if I were to summarize everything, what you see in our 4 programs, there's 2 taught semesters. Typically, you do 3 core modules you must take and 1 option per term for 2 terms. Then the 3rd term, you do your dissertation. And in the dissertation, you work through the summer, but you're closely supervised by an individual supervisor. So it's one-on-one teaching. Yeah? And basically everything ends, you hand in your dissertation in September of the following year. What about employability? Okay, we are aware that graduates from MSc programs are now in senior positions in various institutions, including Standard Life, HSBC in Istanbul, the Bank of Cyprus, the Toronto Dominion Bank in Canada. Okay, we have several graduates who hold senior positions in various governmental organizations such as the Bank of England and Her Majesty's Treasury. You'll have the opportunity, because again, this is a full-service university. We have workshops and skills training provided by the University Graduate School, which bring you through things like career development workshops, interview techniques, CV writing, and so on. So all of that is available to you as well.
So hello everyone, my name is Katharina, and I'm here today to tell you about my experience being a student in MSc Finance and Investment course. So I'm from Russia, so it's like approximately 4 hours flight from Moscow to London here. I took my bachelor degree in physics in Russia, which did not prevent me to apply for a master degree in finance and investment here in Brunel. After graduating from Brunel University, I started working in Accenture. This is a strategy consulting company, and I'm working there for 3-4 years already. So, why to choose Brunel? When I was graduating from my bachelor degree, I received a recommendation from my colleagues who were at that time the recent alumni of Brunel. So they told me that here, and I know on my practice, there are a lot of supportive and experienced lecturers. So in case if you have any questions, you can come after lecture for a short talk, or you can come to office hours and ask any questions that you have regarding the module. Also, the good point for me was that Brunel has scholarships available. For this, you can check their website, and there are scholarships for each department or PAN University scholarship. So I applied for scholarship, and actually I was lucky to win one, and that was a great help for me. As well, I want to mention that Brunel has a really good infrastructure. So everything what you need, cafeterias, restaurants, shops, shopping center, tube, silent working places, everything is really nearby. It's like a moment's away. If you want to go to Central, you just take a tube, which is like 5 minutes by bus or 15 minutes by walk if you want. If you want to study in a silent place, you just go to library, we even have a cafe, which is really for studying. It's really silent here. You can have a tea and at the same time study. It's really great. So that was my point that I wanted to highlight. So what are the benefits that I gained from studying in Brunel? First of all, it was our tasks. Majority of them, they were like teamwork assignments. and which is really good help for future job. If you take a look at the job descriptions right now, almost any job description, it has teamwork skills required from the employee. So that's really good. And as well as we had research tasks. So we were given individual tasks, and we were doing research by ourselves on our own, and we were putting the outcomes in the small essay. So it was like a first step to practice your future PhD if you want. Also, a great valuable point that I wanted to highlight is that there are lecturers from industry, and they can. So I know that for business finance, as far as I remember right now, some lecturers, they were from industry, and they could highlight you some practical examples, which can be useful as well. Also, we were given not only theoretical knowledge, but then the practical knowledge, like a database usage, which can be useful for a future job if you want to be in investment banking. Like by database, I mean Bloomberg, Aecon, it was a Reuters before, and data stream database. So all of them are global and really widely used. As well as your regular study, you can study here and foreign language classes. Me personally, I studied Italian. It was really nice experience, and I want to point that all of Brunel classes, language classes, they are free of charge for students, which is great, isn't it? So here you can see, all the classes that Brunel has. Me personally, I chose Italian. It was really, amazing. We have really good accommodation here. Majority of accommodations are really new and comfortable, and all of them are clean. And I know that Brunel was winning some prizes for accommodations, like the best facilities provided, and which is really a good point, isn't it? Also, there are lots of societies that you can get involved, like academic societies, like, I don't know, design, English language, engineering, cultural societies, and general interests like anime, arts, baking, whatever you like. Me personally, I was in Russian society, so I met some Russian guys. It was a really good help in the beginning because I was not familiar with the, university system here in UK, and they gave me really good insights on it. Guys, thank you very much. In case if you have any other questions, I will be ready to help. We'll be happy to help. And here is my link on the Facebook. Okay, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you here.